week's Parsha, the Torah describes what went on in the temple. We've been building the temple for weeks now in the Torah, and finally, this new book of Vayikrah, Leviticus, speaks about the daily sacrifices that were brought on the altar in the tabernacle and the temple. See, that's the natural next step of after building a Mishkan. People tend to look at the Mishkan, oh, this is so beautiful, we have a nice building, and God is going to live with us, everything is nice and friendly. But it's not just what it looks like from the outside, you actually need to do something about it. It's the fact that you're connected with God. Until you actually make a sacrifice, it's not really much of a relationship. Now the Torah describes one type of sacrifice which was every single day, the morning and the evening. And all the other ones were in between those two. The first thing in the morning was a sacrifice called the Ola, Tamid, and then there's another Ola, a Tamid. Tamid means constant, that was in the evening. And then the other ones, like on Shabbos, that was a special one, or if you wanted to give a special thanks to Hashem, you bring in your own a contribution. They were all in between those two. The importance of the first and the last is to recognize that when you want to have a real relationship with Hashem, you have to prove to Hashem that He comes first. Not only when it's convenient for you, but He comes first. You actually have to sacrifice for God. And people tend to say, oh yes, I do sacrifice. I remember a couple of years ago I wanted to do something and I said no, I controlled myself for Hashem. Is that a relationship if a couple of years ago or a couple of months ago or even last week you did something for your loved ones? Having a true, honest relationship with Hashem is every single day relationship, every single day sacrifices. And that's why it's the first thing in the morning and last thing before you go to sleep. You wake up in the morning, what's my number one thing? God. And it's hard to get out of bed, but I'm going to jump out of bed because that's what Hashem wants from me. Immediately a sacrifice before you go to sleep, immediately. The last thing before you go to sleep, a sacrifice. And the Torah is teaching us a very important lesson here. Nice building, God is living here. It's a two-way relationship. If you want to have that real relationship with Hashem, that you're one with God, it has to come with sacrifices every single day, morning and night. And everything in between is a bonus, what we do for Hashem. It's living with God as a sacrifice. Thank you, and good Shabbos. This week's Shabbos, the traveling Hasidim will be visiting Mill Basin, New York. I'm sure we're going to have a great time. Good Shabbos.